Before we proceed to our lesson for today, I want you to look at the given figures on the screen. Is there any similarities in figure 1 and figure 2? Yes, they have. And these are 3, 8, 13, 18, and 23. Another question, do they have difference? If yes, what operation involved in figure 2? Very good, addition. Kung titingnan ninyo ang figure 1, ito ay example ng arithmetic sequence. At kung titingnan naman ang figure 2, ito ay sum of the arithmetic sequence. Simply, figure 1 and figure 2 are not the same, but they could be similar. What do you think is the sum of the sequence of figure 2? Hi! Our lesson for today is arithmetic series. Since we already know what is arithmetic sequence, let's try to define arithmetic series. Arithmetic series. It refers to the sum of the terms in a given sequence. Simply, our keyword here is sum of the terms. Kumbaga, ang gagawin mo lang pag arithmetic series, all you need to do is to just add the given numbers in a given sequence. Instead of writing arithmetic series, we can also write this in this way, where S is your sum and your N is your first n terms. Or simply, S sub n or sum of the first n terms is also arithmetic series. Going back to our figure number 2, how many terms do we have all in all? Very good. There are 5 terms. So we can write it down as where n is equal now to 5. Or you can write it down as like sum of the 5 terms is equal to 3 plus 8 plus 13 plus 18 and plus 23. By simply adding the numbers, we can easily find the series. Okay, sige na. Pwede na kayong gumamit ng calculator. I know, kating-kate na kayo. Charot. Okay, so the answer here is 65. Since nadadalian talaga kayo, i-level up natin ng konti. Okay? G pa kayo? G? In less than a minute, find the sum of the counting numbers from 1 to 100 without using your calculator. Time's up! Ang sagot ay 5,050. Kung ililista lahat ng numbers or gagamitin natin ang ating skills, kulang na kulang ang 1 minuto. Tama ba ako? Paano nga ba? How would we be able to find the answer in less than a minute? Oops! Teka lang. Ituturo ko yan, pero balikan muna natin kung sino ang may pakana nito. Sino nga ba? Kung sino ang nakaimbento ng very cool na activity na ito. O, baka ikaw na yon. Sa lahat ng mga nakakuha ng sagot kanina, taas ang kamay. Sa mga hindi, syempre, ibubulong ko rin sa inyo mamaya. Sa kabila ng pabilisan ng pag-solve, gusto kong ipakilala sa inyo ang math genius na si Sir Johann Carl Friedrich Gauss. Trivia lang. Siya nga pala ang ating Prince of Mathematics na nakatira sa Germany. Pero huwag kayong mag-alala. Ibibigay ko sa inyo ang sikreto ni Sir Johann. Ready na ba kayo? Kung ililista natin lahat ng mga numbers from 1 to 100, ganito magiging tsura niyan. Parang showbiz, merong love team. Kaya sikat na sikat si Katniel, si Jadine, si Sara Gudicelli, at kung sino-sino pa. Pero, dahil nga gusto rin ni Sir Johann na merong magkakapartner, alam nyo ba, ini-apply niya rin ito sa mathematics. Kaya, ang tanong, ilang pairs kaya ang magagawa natin from 1 to 100? 50. Tama. Ang magkakapartner ay 1 at 100, 2 at 99, 3 at 98, 4 at 97, 5 at 96, and so on and so forth. Pero may napansin ba kayo sa kanila? Ang magkakapartner ay mostly dulo sa dulo hanggang ma-reach nila ang isa't isa sa gitna. Pansinin nyo kung ano yung sum ng bawat pairs. Gets nyo? Magkakapareha sila. Ano ang sum nila? Ang galing nyo naman, 101. And when you look at it, meron kang 50 pairs. Kaya, ang sagot ay 5,050. O, diba? Bonggang-bongga, genius na kayo. Ma'am, parang haba pa din. O, ito na talaga guys. Gusto kong malaman ninyo ang sikreto ni Sir Johann. Pero, gusto ko makinig kayo at intindihin ang bawat ipapakita ko. Very simple lang. From our answer a while ago, which is 5,050, let's work backward or using the deductive method. So we got 5,050 from the 50 pairs multiplied to 101. So as you can see, 50 pairs ito. Yung 50 pairs natin, ang next natin gagawin ay, saan galing tong 50? Siyempre, we have number of terms which is 100 divided by 2. Kaya pair. So 50 lang. So paano naman nahanap yung 101, ma'am? Siyempre, from the numbers, 1 plus 100, 99 plus 2, 33, and so forth. Kaya, ang nangyari ay, the sum of 100 terms is equal to 100 divided by 2 multiplied to 1 plus 100. Ma'am, bakit hindi mo na sinama yung 2 and 99? Kasi, pare-parehas din naman sila ng sagot. What is the next thing that you have to do? Therefore, in our given, 1 here is our first term. Tama? And our last term is 100. And the number of terms we have is 100. To simplify, all in all, ang sikreto ni Sir Johann is the sum of the n terms is equal to n divided by 2 multiplied to a sub 1 plus a sub n. Or, the sum of the n terms is equal to the sum of the first term and last term multiplied to n divided by 2. O, diba? Ang bilis lang. Let's try another example. Find the sum of the first 20 natural numbers. Okay, when we say natural numbers, these are counting numbers. Ma'am, kasama po ba 0? Siyempre hindi. Ano ba guys? Kasi ang starting counting numbers natin ay 1. So, first 20 natural numbers. Let's try to identify the following. Where s sub n is equal to n divided by 2 multiplied to the sum of the first term and the last term. Where a sub 1 or the first term is simply as 1. Our last term will be 20 and the number of terms is 20 also. From this given, all we need to do is to substitute these given values to our formula. Therefore, our substituted values are the sum of the 20 terms is equal to the sum of the first term and the last term multiplied to 20 divided by 2. Or simply, we could have this as the sum of the 20 terms is equal to 10 times 21, wherein the answer is 210. Do we have the same answer? Is it clear now? Okay, let's now proceed to another example. For our second example, we have to find the sum of all integers that are multiples of 2 between 1 and 80. Dito sa example na ito, may malaking difference. Why? In this case, we have to consider the two conditions. The first thing that we have to do is the number should be multiples of 2. And the other thing, the number should be between 1 and 80. Even though we have to sum or get the sum of all integers, we have to consider these conditions. So what will happen? Since it should be multiples of 2, the number should be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc., etc. While between 1 and 80, remember, it should be, when you say between, this is in the middle. So, nasa gitna. So, do we have to include 1 and 80? No, hindi na po. So, ano mangyayari? Our first term will be 2. And our last term will be 78. Exactly. And the number of terms, since there are 80 numbers, but it should be multiples of 2. So, all in all, we only have 40 minus 1. Bakit? Kasi si 80 hindi na siya included. So, we could have 39 as our number of terms. So, all this given will be substituted to our formula. Then, we will have the sum of the 39 terms is equal to 39 divided by 2 multiplied to the sum of 2 and 78. Simplify it all. We have 19.5 times 80. Therefore, we get an answer of 1,560. Get? Kayang-kaya? Okay, let's try to have another example. In our last example, I know makaka-relate kayo dito kasi mahilig tayo mag-impo, tama? So, to our last example, out of the COVID situation, my friend Carl decided to take the 10-day saving challenge. In this challenge, he will keep on saving for 10 days, starting with 4 pesos and increasing his savings by 5 pesos after each day. how much would he save on his 10th day? How much his total savings for 10 days? Here, in this case, we could have 4, started by 4, 9, 14, 19, 24, 29, 84, 59, 44, and 48. Simply by listing all the arithmetic sequence, we could have this one. So in this case, our last term for the 10th day is 49. While our first term is 4. And the number of terms or the number of days that we have is 10. So all we need to do is to substitute all these values to our formula. Therefore, we could have 10 divided by 2 multiplied to the sum of 4 and 49. Therefore, we could have it as the sum of 10 terms is equal to 5 times 53, wherein the sum of the 10 terms is equal to 265. Therefore, the total savings of car is 265 pesos. O diba, bonggang-bongga. Kayo ba? Kaya nyo rin ba yun? Siyempre, kayang-kaya. Naubos man ang pera natin ngayong pandemic, pero hindi pa rin tapos ang lahat. Kasi hanggat binibigyan tayo ng araw, alam ko, binibigyan din tayo ng pag-asa. I want you to take this quote as our final message. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Huwag tayo gastos ng gastos, lalo na ngayong pandemic. Kasi ikaw ay kailangan. Lahat, bawat piso ay kailangan. At yun lang naman. Kanina, natanong ko, bago pa magsimula ang ating video, gusto mo maging G or G ba kayo? Ngayon, kung gusto mo maging G, ito ang susi. Keep educating yourself. At huwag na huwag kayong titigil. Muli, ako si Miss Christie and Juliet Mallo, ang iyong math teacher. Sa muling pagkikita, maraming salamat.